gonna say what we want. The Cardi-Girls singing from the front. The Cardi-Girls. Our mouths are our guns and we here and fighting cause it has to be done. We're gonna say what we want. The Cardi-Girls singing from the front. The Cardi-Girls. Our mouths are our guns and we here and fighting cause it has to be done.
So now,
We're gonna say what we want.
break your friends like
Cardi-Girls singing from
it's like a bit of a free-for-all, isn't it, really?
I think there's an assumption that
For a while now, Jodie, while we talk about something this week.
Cardi-Girls.
Yep, absolutely.
We're gonna say what we
Tucker
want. The
Carlson.
Cardi-Girls. We're singing from the front. The Cardi-Girls. Our mouths are our guns and we here and fighting cause it has to be done.
Hi,
Hello there.
how are you?
Happy New Year. I haven't seen your
Happy New Year
face.
to you
Yeah.
and everybody listening, and I hope
Yeah.
everybody's had a good start to the year. A month's nearly gone already. It's amazing, isn't it?
It goes so quickly, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I had a funny thing happen today. Before we move on to the next thing,
Mhm.
I get a
Yeah.
message, a text message, and it was quite funny. It was, "Hey, Mum," I've got to get it because I could have got. I thought to myself, this sounds really, really strange. It was like, I've got to get the number. Here it is. It goes, "Hey, Mum, I've dropped my phone. I've damaged my SIM isn't working. Anyway, using a new number for text me when you see this." So I text him. He said, "I'm buying a new phone and I need you to pay for it."
Oh,
And I'm thinking, hang on.
hang on.
Oh, okay. Well, it's possible if he's stuck somewhere. I mean, we just come from a funeral, so I wasn't really thinking that clearly. And I said, "Did you fall in?" Because I knew they'd been out on the water. And he said, "Oh, no, I dropped it in water in a sink." I went, "Okay." I said, "Did you drop it in a toilet?" I wasn't a toilet. He said, "I'm trying to pay for my new phone, but when I try to pay, it keeps sending a code to my old phone, right? Which he says he can't access something." Well, hang on. You've got a work phone. So I'm trying to ring the number and it keeps not working. And then I can't hear him and he can't hear me. And so I'll ring your father. So then that doesn't work. And then, okay. And then I send him Bruce's number just in case he can't get it on his work phone.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, can you send the card number to Dad's phone through Dad's phone?" I've gone. Then my husband, my smart husband, says, "Ask him a security question." So the security question was, "Can you name the cat that you had when you were growing up in Wangaratta?" And then there was silence.
Silence.
So we tried to ring our son on the other number and we thought, oh, well, it wasn't answering, maybe, but and then he answers. So then I tell him and he cracks up laughing. He said, "Mum." Anyway, we go back. So we send a message back to the scammer with checkmate. So
I'd love to know what their strike rate is though, because I've had one of those too. You know, I've, hey Mum,
it was classic because I'm thinking, hang on, he's got a work phone. Why is he not ringing on his work phone? He's got two phones.
But there'd be plenty of people who could fall for that though.
Well, you would because, but then I knew that when he said Sue, like instead of so, there's no way Sam would say that. There's no way he would speak like that. Yeah. So I'm thinking, and then straight after that, I get a call about my power, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Have they scammed the number? And then they tried to ring Bruce's number. Would have been at one about the discounted power. I'm thinking, how do they get these numbers? But I was talking to a West Australian cop because we did get scammed through the travel agency, but the guy's in jail. And he said now off the dark web, please people be careful. Not only do they get the credit card number and the name and the expiry date, they now get the CVV number as well. Can you imagine if everything digital? What an absolute debacle. People are stupid. They don't realise when they say, "Oh, I don't care if everyone knows about me." No. So that just happened today. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, well.
Didn't get a
I'm glad you
response.
didn't fall for it. Good job.
Yeah, it was a good job. So, but I've had an interesting time. So we've started up a market, which we were having a market all during the pandemic, and we're having it at people's houses. This little rebel group we've got, and we're moving from house to house and doing it sort of every fortnight and swapping goods and selling food and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got to the point where, okay, we really need to have a gathering, a fixed gathering. So Katie came up with an idea, let's have a market in Pawnpunka. So in Pawnpunka now, we have a market on the second Saturday of every month between 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock. We have food and there's music and, organic vegetables and people with paintings and the stalls are only like $20 for a stall, not like they charge everywhere else, $50, $70. So we think it's going to really kick on. We had 16 stalls the last time. One of the girls made 36 muffins. She sold them so quickly, she whipped home and made another 36. So she sold 72 muffins in a very short time. I think Anne does wonderful food. She sold out of food. Coffee. We had a coffee van. We have a coffee van there. So if anyone's in Pawnpunka, the second Saturday of every month, come down and see us.
Lovely.
So it's a real community market. It's
very
wonderful.
Community spirited. I like that.
Yeah. So have you been doing anything exciting?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm going to do something exciting on Thursday. I'm flying to Noosa with my son, and we're going to have 5 days together sitting by a pool and reading books and just hanging out.
Oh, wonderful. That'll be
great. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we're doing what we call a reconnoitre tour to see what it's like up there. Haven't been there for probably 20 years, and we thought it'd be nice to take the grandkids up there and later in the year, but we thought we'd better go and check it out first, make sure it's all right.
Yeah, one of my sons and his wife loves Noosa. Yeah, they love it.
Yeah. I mean, 20 years ago I was there, and we were there for 3 or 4 days, and it was pretty good. But nothing like an excuse to go for a little holiday. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, the really, really good thing that came out of our market.
Hang on. Roach saying Robert Roach is saying I had lunch at Murray Bridge at the pub with him and Michael and Kelly. I do apologise. That has been the highlight of my January. They rang me up and they said that they were in Murray Bridge, which is only 30 minutes from me, and we had a lovely lunch. Michael shouted me lunch. It was beautiful. So that was definitely the highlight of my January.
That's great. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for them to come back through this way, but that'll be a while, I think. They're going the wrong direction. Anyway, that'll be good. So the good thing about the market was this is how I met our next guest.
So
I walked
good
into
segue. Good segue.
Yes, it was. And I walked in, I thought, face profiling. I saw a lady having it done, and I said to my husband, I need to have this done to find out if what I think about me is me. So if Kelly can bring Ahara in, this is how I met Ahara.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Did you enjoy our market?
Yes, I actually really loved that market. It was super relaxed and a community vibe. It was very different to any other market I've been to. So you can definitely tell it's for the people. I liked that.
Yeah, it's the people. It's not a corporate market, although we had to get insurance and all this other stuff that we didn't really want to have to do, but we had to do that to be able to run that market. But still, it was it's worth it, and I think it'll grow, and more people from the community will come and join us, which is
absolutely,
we love it because it's a get together.
What population have you got there in Pawnpunka?
Pawnpunka, I don't know. The whole area is probably only a few thousand.
Okay.
So, we had all different sorts of music, and the week before we had the guys on. Well, they look like shovels, like with holes in them, but they were special types of wooden instruments from South America. I said, that looks like a shovel with a few holes in it, and sound, the sound bowls. It was beautiful. Yeah, people just laying on the grass, relaxing. So it was really, really good. So
nice.
Great market. Highly recommend.
So Ahara, how did you hear about the market?
Through beautiful Katie, who runs the market with a group of you. She was the one who, brought it on the radar and said, it sort of just organically happened from there. I just happened to be looking at doing some kind of event in January to talk about my book and do some live demos of face and body readings so people even know what the book is about. And this opportunity opened, and so I haven't done a market since I used to do the Mind, Body, Spirit Expos. My God, I did them. That would have been like 17 years ago. And I used to read like 60, 70, 80 faces in a weekend with a bunch of other face readers. And that's when I was just starting out with my training in body-mind analysis. And it was a great initiation. So I hadn't done anything like this since then. Most of my work has been online because I've been traveling. I traveled 5 years around Australia and did everything pretty much online for that time.
So what brought you to be interested in the profiling?
Well, I actually got invited along to a training in psychosomatic therapy, and I was only 26 at the time. I didn't know what I was signing up for, but they needed body models for the trainees. And so everyone there had to show up in their gym gear or swimsuit or whatever, and they had their bodies read. And that was my introduction, and it blew my mind. I was just amazed at what I discovered about myself that I did not have a clue was even there. So it was the beginning for me of this entire journey. But at that time I was working in an office. So I was like, what am I going to do with this? Because I don't know how to bridge these two worlds. So eventually I started to read faces because I was managing staff and recruiting staff, and I started reading faces in interviews unofficially. I would say, if you want the job, I need a photo of your face. And no one ever said no. Funny that. And so I would cross-reference their face reading with their resume, and then also how they presented and the questions they answered in the interview, and discuss it with the interview panel afterwards. And so I started to go, oh, there's really something in this, because sometimes you could see holes in what they said didn't quite match up with the job they were applying for, and in other cases you saw this perfect alignment. And I started hiring people using this tool in conjunction with my other selection tools, and it was pretty amazing. So I was observing and selecting people in the workplace for years before I started my own gig 13 years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you've been doing it for 13 years. Oh, golly.
Yeah, I read a lot of bodies around the world, and lucky for the internet because it's pretty niche, and I'm not sure I would have a viable business if I could only do people in my location. So, it opens up a global audience to something like this.
So is it like a psychic reading, or is it based more on, I'm not going to say reality because I believe psychics are real, but what's it based on? Yeah, what's it based on?
Great question. It's based on the laws of nature and how energy moves according to structure. So first and foremost, we are structural beings by our bone structure, and so energy follows that structure. So if you build a house as an A-frame in a body, that can look like sloping shoulders, or you build it with a rectangular roof, very different bodies, and so they have a different capacity. And it's interesting because when I explain this to engineers or builders, they get it straight away, because that's how they've, that's the basis of their work, because they have to follow the laws of nature and physics. So it's really just going back to the basics of how does nature operate, what are the laws of nature, and seeing that then in the body. So the energy patterning of the body will follow the bone structure and then the flesh. And so we'll see things like, people put on weight in certain areas or lose weight in certain areas first. Other people put on weight evenly, top to bottom. But there's a reason for that, and it changes the dynamics of that energy flow. So that's kind of the fundamentals, and I saw it from my own eyes over many years that it was true.
So that in turn dictates their traits.
Yeah, it's more so like how they interact with the outer world is based on how they process energy in their inner world. So if you have someone who has really light-footed, light, agile legs, very broad in the upper body, shaped like a whirlwind, they're going to be an aerodynamic mover. So when they create in the outer world, their outer world follows that same template. So they're fast movers. They whip up a spiral when they're creating. So there's a lot of excitement and fast movement. And of course, that can lift off the ground if it's not grounded. But it will move in chaotic directions. And sometimes, if they're focused with that energy, get to a destination. So people use their energy according to their nature and how that template of their body is built.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fascinating because of the body types. Excuse me, when you had you've got it in the background, body types in your, yes. The body types are really, really interesting as well. Yeah, different types of bodies, different personalities.
Yeah, and Robert said, can't lose the tummy fat. And so the thing is about the tummy is that's the furnace, the fire furnace. So when there's too much fire built up in the belly will put on weight.
Right.
So if you want to move that, the fire energy's got to move. And sometimes that can be explosive. Other times it can be super creative. It depends on how you choose to channel that energy. I myself am a lava creator, so sometimes it can get explosive when the cork in the volcano has been there a bit too long and I haven't been moving my energy at the rate that it's moving through my body. So I have to create at a certain output in order to make sure that energy is being used up. So when people are putting on weight, I say, what are you waiting for? Because they're literally storing energy for later use. It's like when you hoard and you build a shed and you put extra stuff in it that you can't put in your house. The body is exactly the same. So what are you waiting for?
Wow.
Is what I ask myself and what I ask other people who are like, I can't lose weight. So, and same in the opposite situation where people can't put on weight, it's like they can't create enough density in their physicality to bring anything into the physical world. So sometimes they feel like they're not really here, they're invisible. They don't have that density to make them feel like they can create and have enough energy to do that. So it's just kind of common sense if you break it down. But it's a whole new lens as well. And I had a passion for nature from when I was very young. So it completely aligns with that. Yes,
So
shit stirrer.
the lady has asked, does the energy change when your body changes, for example, after having children?
Yeah, so if you put on extra tissue, so yes, you can feel weighed down, because when we go through a major life transition, like having a baby, like menopause, like sometimes a significant loss or change, if we don't reinvent ourselves and get on with the next chapter, fully reinvent ourselves, part of the body is stuck in the past and holds on to the weight. It can't move forward. So then you get the extra energy stores.
Okay.
Your bone structure won't change from a baby, generally.
Your feet do.
So generally, the bone structure won't change through life unless you're really good at actually changing on that fundamental level, which is another story. But yeah, so flesh is a movable object, but that's definitely a theme when there's extra weight. Makes so much sense. Yay, makes sense. Yay.
It does. Yeah, it makes so much sense. So within that body too, as you're saying, that energy, there is a battery, isn't it? Really, we're a thriving battery. You think it's sort of
100%, okay?
Yeah.
We
And that
are
fits in a
built
lot
as
with
batteries.
medical, with what we send out to what we send out, particularly. Yeah, and you start to kind of go, but here we are. We're a very incredible machine, a human being. Yeah.
Yep. Very
If
true.
people could only realise their full potential.
Yeah. So basically, this is a study in human power. You know, how much of your power are you putting into motion to create? We're creative beings. So we must be creating in order for the body to be healthy, because that's why we're alive. And that can look like anything, but that's the whole point of the 13 body types. It shows you what your way of creating is. Because for many years I was mentoring people in business, small business mainly. And I found that there was only one way of business that was being taught. And I have a degree in business. So I was taught the same way as everyone else is taught. You know, you write a business plan, you execute it, you follow the plan, you do the numbers, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with that, because there's still principles that make a business work. But not everyone's designed to execute it that way. So some people are naturally wired to create a business through networking and talking to people, and other people are allergic to that. It is not their jam. So what are they supposed to do? You know, so there's all different templates for this. And if you understand your vehicle, your way, then you can actually be in flow.
Exactly. That's right. So when I had mine done, I found that really, really interesting, because I'd never, ever come across this before. And having my husband sit and listen was quite funny, because how you read it is really, really interesting. And it was really, really probably 99.9% correct. And you didn't know me from a bar of soap.
No, but
it's amazing.
That's it. We all read faces unconsciously, right? We don't even know we're doing it. It's human nature to do that. But what we're doing is reading the lines and features of energy flow. It all comes back to the same principles of nature. So whether you're trained to do it or not trained, anyone can learn it. But it's like you switch on that lens consciously, or is an unconscious thing that we all do.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are the key things that you look for in faces? Because you say that we all do it unconsciously, but if you tell us what you look for, then I might be able to say, oh yeah, that's something I look at too.
Yeah, so, great question, actually. So for a start, if someone has like frizzy hair that's out here, or someone who has super straight hair, what assessments are you going to make about that person?
The hairdryer broke.
We talked about Kay's rebellious hairline, remember? So literally I was like taking a photo of her face, and I was like, oh my God, your hair does not want to be like, it's got its mind of its own. And I had to pin it back, and it didn't want to go. And then it's like all jagged around the edge here, around here. So tell me what impression you would get about someone who has this hair versus this hair. Think about Asians, for example, who they all have straight hair. They're born with straight hair.
They conform?
Bingo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Conformity.
Yeah.
Wild hair, wild nature. Don't fence me in. Isn't that right, Kay? And
that's correct.
So no wonder you guys are the shit stirrers. You don't have straight hair. It won't do what it's told, right?
No.
And neither does mine.
In this weather, it's just like trying to wrestle with.
Oh God, look at Kelly's and Michael's. Kelly's and Michael's hair.
So like literally that's just one thing that we assess about someone as soon as we meet them. If you don't have straight uniform hair and you have the opposite, someone's going to make an unconscious assessment about that. Not necessarily a judgment. It can be a judgment, but it's just like, oh, it is what it is.
Okay.
That's one example. I'll give you another example. Let's talk about eyebrows. Hey, Kay?
Yes, eyebrows.
Kay's got very interesting eyebrows, especially on one side. Her eyebrow goes like this.
I cover that one up.
I think mine do.
Yes, Susanna's got one. A rogue one.
Nice.
I've got a big eyebrow because my daughter's
eyebrows.
daughter's a beauty therapist, and she did mine yesterday, and she said that my right one's rogue, and it just has its own postcode, and it just
Yep.
wants to do it. And she says I'm the hardest one of all her clients to do because she can't get them symmetrical because one goes like that.
Oh my
and
God,
I know,
you guys are the same. Kay's the
yeah,
same.
and I know
She's
that
got
about
one
you.
rogue.
Yeah, the rogue eyebrow. Oh God. We're
Yeah.
sisters under the skin. That's it.
So here's another funny one, is noses.
Yeah.
Noses, the nose, right? So when someone has a really big nose compared to the rest of their face, it's all relative, right? A really big nose, they know a lot. Their knowledge is a priority for them. They can also be very bossy because this is the projection of their personality and their knowledge. So the broader the nose here, the longer the nose here, the more knowledge they have because they've prioritized that in their life. And this is why a lot of men's noses grow hugely, especially men. I'm saying men because men prioritize knowledge. It's very important to them. Women tend to prioritize other things, intuition, feeling, emotional side. So the nose will keep growing with the more knowledge and mind that it puts into acquiring knowledge. So then you can get a know-it-all, right? Knows it all, right? They know it all. So that's what I mean by common sense. And the eyebrows going up like this is like up into the mind. This is the mind, the vision, the imagination. When the eyebrows are high, there's a lot of like, right up into the mind, into the creative imagination. When people have flat line eyebrows like this, people who have eyebrows like that, and they sit like this, I call them matchstick eyebrows, and they do
unibrows. What do they call them?
Unibrow. Yeah, monobrows another thing. But when they're really flat matchsticks and they don't have a curve in them, they're very flat line in their emotional expression.
Yes.
So when there's a lot of curve up here, it's like, so this is the expression of the heart. The emotional aspect is the eyes. The eyes are the window to the heart and the soul. So when the eyebrows frame it like this, there's that emotional effervescence that comes through. So
what about I'm getting excited now, but what about the correlation between like people who've got that really low hairline?
Ooh, good one. Yep.
Because my grandmother always used to say I was incredibly intelligent because I had such a marvellous high hairline. And she said, "Oh, you must wear your hair off your face, darling. It just makes you look so beautiful and so intelligent." So does that imply that people who've got that lower brow are not as smart? Oh,
not necessarily. It's not about smartness, but it is about prioritizing the mind and how much mental energy and vision from the mind is exposed. So if my hairline came down here, then my imagination zone, which is the top part of the forehead here, like really imagination in the mind, is limited because my view is limited to here.
Yes.
So I'm not prioritizing that part of my nature. I may be prioritizing other parts. So people who have a really big, deep, strong jawline, when you get those square jawlines, they're very grounded, practical, earthy types versus mind up here. So mind, emotion, physical. They're the three parts of the face.
Well, mine has only recently gone like this. My jawline used to be like that.
So did mine. The wrinkles.
Does it mean I'm getting more grounded, or is it just?
Yeah. So we're talking about bones first.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
Right. Don't worry about the jowls.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about the jowls. So.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not very grounded. I think because they're up there quite high. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's all about how you use that energy too and how you prioritize the energy in your face. When people's eyelids droop over time?
No, mine do. Yes.
Yeah. It's because the mind is heavy on the heart. A lot of mental processing that weighs heavy on the heart. Whereas people with really open forward eyes are like all heart. And so, so the mind doesn't weigh or over process so much, but they can be overexposed too. So everything's about balance.
Balance, that's right. Yeah.
So much to talk about, right? So when I say it to you, you go, oh yeah, that makes sense, because we're all doing it anyway without realizing.
Yeah. And are there features to be wary of?
It's funny because I've wanted to, for a while now, profile perpetrators or psychopaths and teach people how to identify certain types of suspect features, let's say. Yeah. You know, like, how do you know if you can trust someone or if they're being straight with you, aside from just using your intuition, but actually doing it in a more skilled, conscious way? You know, like, how do you know that the person next door isn't a perpetrator? Like, you know, not that we want to suspect everyone, but actually be kind of more like a neighborhood watch scenario. You know, I feel like the power's in the people's hands, as it always has been. So how would we upskill people in that area? And so, not that I've made this my line of work by any means, but there are certain features that I've learned over time that indicate certain discrepancies in someone's personality, and it's how they see or process the world. So, for example, when someone has a really asymmetrical face and one eye's up here and one eye's down here, which is pretty rare to see that, but I have seen it several times, they haven't been able to match up their perception. So there can be quite a distorted perception in terms of how they see things. And so you don't really know if you're talking to this side or this side, and they're not talking to each other because they're seeing at different levels. Now, if someone knows this about themselves and can work with bridging the two, fine. But if they can't and there's other distortions playing out, then that can definitely lead to psychosis and stuff like that, where you would go, okay, there's a serious imbalance here. So yeah, you could just go fully down that rabbit hole, and maybe I will one day, but I do feel like, this is power to the people, and being able to read others and know if we're on the same page, or know how we can complement each other as well. So it doesn't have to be a neighborhood watch scenario, but let's face it, we've got to be aware of these things more now. So how do we do that? This is just one way.
Very intriguing. And also that wrinkles. Do you used to talk about eyes, about lines on the eyes? And
yep. So lines just indicate direction of energy flow over time. So lines that go upwards are uplifting energy. Lines that go down are more of a drain line. So, and again, it depends on angles and other aspects, but you can see that obviously the older the face is, you can see how they've prioritized their energy flow. So drain here is common, drain here is common. These can be very interesting to read, these marks here. Some people have a single line, some people have parallel, some people have angled.
Yeah, frown lines. Frown lines.
Frown lines, that's right. Yep. So we definitely read lines, and that's why you can read a lot more in an older face than a young face with no lines, because they haven't really experienced enough of life yet to see what they're going to prioritize. What about ears and listening? Yes. Yeah, ears are fun. We looked at your ears. Hey, Kay. Yep.
Yes, my ears.
Yep. Show us your ears. Bigger. Can we see?
They'd say your ears get bigger.
Yeah.
Mine'll be like an elephant when I die.
So the ears are, so you know the expression having your ears pinned back, as in not the surgery, but the actual expression, you know, when you're being naughty and you're having your ears pinned back. So conformity, once again. So having your ears pinned back means behave yourself, hold yourself back. And then you've got people who have ears that stick out. And they're the ones who don't listen to anyone else. They listen to their own impulses. So they definitely break the mold and push the boundaries. So, you know, like these, especially kids and stuff, where adults are having their parents are having their kids' ears pinned back. I'm like, no, don't do it. Because that's the child's fundamental nature and it's an asset. So it also means they're more fun and expressive, because when the ears are pinned back, like, and some people from the front, you can't even see their ears.
No.
So when you can't even see their ears, it means they struggle to express themselves emotionally sometimes, because they're not even visible. And so they're not coming forward with their emotional zone, which is this part of the face. The ears generally, well, they sit
That's right.
somewhere.
You were saying that wasn't where it sits. The eye sits with that part of the zone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
It's really interesting. So,
ladies, Catherine's saying, what small ears mean? Is that the same as not being able to see them?
Yeah, so small ears generally means, again, that you haven't prioritized that part.
Mm-hmm.
So the less the development or the more the development is how much you've prioritized that energy. So you haven't prioritized listening, generally. That's not how you take in or process information. You might be doing it through your eyes. If you have really big eyes instead, the eyes are taking in the information, the ears are auditory. So we talked about light.
Would that also have correlation with, for example, if someone tells me something, it goes in one ear and out the other, whereas if I read it for myself, then I can understand it.
Yep, and that's the mind again.
Yeah.
So coming back to the low forehead, those people don't necessarily like to experience, like they don't learn that way. They might be more physical. They need to learn through doing, not reading or processing information.
Yeah. That's right, because everyone does process differently, don't they? Whether it be by reading, by listening, by watching,
or by actually doing it.
Hands-on. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hands-on, all different ways. Instead of all being taught how to do it the same way. Yeah.
A lady was just saying her feet got bigger. I think all women's feet get bigger after they have children.
Yeah, interesting.
Bigger. Yeah, I mean, I think you get away with one baby, but your second and third will really do the damage. I know.
Well, think about what that actually means, right? So yes, you're carrying more load, obviously, but also psychosomatically, like you're bringing a child through your base chakra, which is your grounding, the roots of your tree, basically, that go into the earth, and your feet are the contact point. So the more you use that channel of the body, it's going to create more earth contact. You're more earthbound. You've brought physical creations into this realm.
Oh, yes.
So the feet represent contact with this physical realm and how much contact there is. So we always look at the size of the feet, the length and the width, how earthy someone is, the streamlining of the feet. There's so much to it. You know, the more square the feet, the more practical and grounded and earthy they tend to be.
Oh, that's me.
Yep. There you go.
Like feet like boats. That's what
and having babies makes you more grounded. It has to.
Oh,
right?
boobs?
More
What about boobs?
Boobs. Physical work. So the boobs go the same way. Straight down.
Everything goes the same way.
Same
I've
force.
Haven't seen too many old people go up the other way.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
Even when it's pinned, it still doesn't look right.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
because as we age, we become more earthbound, and then right at the end, become less earthbound.
Yeah.
That's the full circle.
Tell us about your book and where people can buy your book.
Well, they can come to my website. It's kind of, I need to preface this book a little bit, because it is not a regular book. Yes, it's self-published. It took me 7 years to write. Almost 8 years to write. And even though I created this system 9 years ago, I've been trying to push this baby out for so long. It finally made it into the world when I thought it was only going to take a couple of years, because I was already teaching it and coaching people and whatever. However, COVID happened and I saw the writing on the wall and I went, oh shit, this is a technology revolution that is upon us, and AI is going to take over the world. And I went, oh shit, great time to be publishing a book. Not, because AI is now writing books out the wazoo, and Amazon Marketplace is flooded with them, and no one knows who's written what unless you know the author and that they're legit. And so I really struggled with this for a while, going, what a time to be choosing to publish my book when all of this is happening, and this creation of mine is very physical and is original content and is through lived experience, and it's not for everyone. You know, these 13 body types is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's cool. So I kind of went back to the drawing board and I went, okay, so I want to sell this book not on Amazon, not in a bookstore, not anywhere else where there's AI books, but through two people who actually know me or know someone who's into this. So I went, this has never been about me becoming a bestseller. This is actually me about getting the book into the right hands. So there's a preface in the book that says this is going to be shared hand to hand through people who actually know me. So if you've listened to this today and you go, yep, I'm into it, I want to read it, email me, go to my website and email me, creatortypes.com. It's very person to person based on purpose, because I can see where everything's going, and it's non-personal online, and I'm not in the category of an AI books marketplace or anything like that. And I don't need to sell 1 million copies. I just want it to get to the right people.
Oh, that's great. Yes.
That's a good idea.
Somebody just asked about height, about tall women. What does that tell you about tall women?
Height is, so people who tend to be, so there's not really any particular body type that is associated with tall or short people, because you can be any type, but the longer ones more streamlined, lengthened ones tend to be lightning people. But generally, when you have a higher eye point than others, so if you're super tall, you see at a different level to other people. It's like being on a mountaintop and you see it at that particular level. You don't see down here. People who are really short see at the ground view. So there's different capacities that people have based on their eye point. They're seeing at that level. And when you see eye to eye with someone, it's very different having to look up or down, different levels of perception.
Good point. That'll answer Catherine's question. Yeah.
Cool questions, everyone.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? So, well, hopefully, and also too, if people want to be profiled, can they contact you and you can do it online?
Yep, absolutely. Most of my people come online. So if you want just your face done, you can send face photos, but generally I recommend getting the full body profile done. It will give you a lot more to go on about using your energy according to your template. So you have to send 8 photos of your body and your face, front, back, sides, hands, feet, the whole lot, so that I can see all of your bone structure. So as long as you're wearing tight fitting clothes, top to bottom, you can be fully clothed if you want. I just need to see those shapes and curves.
Yes. No naked photos, thanks.
No naked photos. Like I said, maybe one day, but not at this stage. Yeah, so that's what people do. They send their body photos to me and we just do it on Zoom, and I'll show you on the screen your body, your face, everything that I see, and all the different structures and what your creator types are.
You'll have to come back to the market so I can get my body type done.
Oh, well, you can come and see me for that, Kay. I'm not sure if I'll do full body at the markets, but you're just super keen. You're super brave. Most people can't handle the face, let alone the body.
It was a bit of a shock. You go, oh.
Yeah. So what we did with you was we did a face split, where you take a photo of the face, you split it down the middle, put 2 right sides together and 2 left sides together, and that shows you the symmetry or asymmetry of that personality. Oh, here we go. Awesome.
So can I get a passport done like that? I could be two different people.
Look at your rogue hair, especially on the left. She's like, fuck you, I'm not following anyone. I do it my way or no way at all. And then you've got the one on the right who's going, yes, I'm really amenable and personable and you can get to know me and we can have a heart-to-heart conversation.
So the picture in the middle was Kay and then the ones on each side yes, I can see that.
Yep.
Yes.
And you can see the rogue eyebrows on the left. So she's the woman who knows what she wants and is a skeptic of everything and everyone. And then the one on the right is going, yep, I'm just here to take it all in, observe, but very heart-centered. Is that true, Kay?
Yeah, see, I do have a heart, contrary to what people think.
Yeah.
Heart.
Depends which side you're talking to at the time.
That's right. That's right. Which eye you're talking to. Yeah. No, because I really like people. Always have. I find people really interesting. So I really like it. So that is from the heart.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely heart-centered. And we see that in the quality of energy, like the depth of colour in your eyes. She's very centered in her heart, especially on the right, and is on the left too. But the eyebrow means I'm going to ask my mind before I trust you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the eyebrow's going there, and on the right, she's more open to taking it in. So good balance of personalities going there, as long as they're working together.
Sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. What do you think, Susanna? Do you think that's true?
Yes. What that all resonated with me definitely. And the pictures of the left and the right don't look anything like her, really, do they? But it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
How it just looks like someone else. I mean,
I said passport. We trick them all.
Yeah.
Now I know how they get fake passports. One for, how people have all these different, in the movies, they have all these different passports.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Super cool. I like that idea. But yes, it's normal to see two people in the face split, two different people. And that's where the healing happens, like within the self, going, oh, how am I actually, it's like, oh, I've got a relationship dynamic here. So sometimes you see two faces and very clearly they are not talking. They're estranged. So it's like two people living in the same house, but they don't see eye to eye. So you have to learn to bridge that. Yeah? It makes relationships in the real world easier too.
Someone whose feet were behind me, my grandson is here.
Lovely.
And he's lying on the bed with the cat and he had his feet
on is he listening?
Is he still there or has he disappeared? Yeah. Mary, pop your head up, darling. Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
That's my Magnus.
Are you learning something?
Hi.
Magnus the Magnificent.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you once again. Can we just whip up, Kelly, can you please put the website up again? And then everybody, you can always go back and watch the show and get the website too, which is good.
Pretty easy. Creatortypes.
There it is. Creatortypes.com. Creatortypes.com.
Yeah. And you can just go onto the website, find your email, and shoot you an email.
That's it.
Very simple. It was a great experience. It was very, very enlightening. I found it great.
Yeah, enlightening. Yes.
Can you do animals?
Said by a lightning creator. Oh, kitty.
Can you profile animals?
I haven't thought about it, but I could definitely do that in a second lifetime once I'm finished with bodies.
I reckon there'd be
I've got my work cut out for me still.
That's right. I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
There'd be people out there who'd pay a fortune to have their dogs and cats.
Oh, wouldn't they?
Oh, they would.
Yeah,
they would.
Yeah, they probably prefer that over themselves.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice compliment, Kay.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Shop.
Thank you so much for having me, ladies. I love that
you're great. Yes, that's love, and
stirring all over the place. It's great.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No. Oh, well, thank you, Ahara, for coming on. It was really, really great.
That was very interesting. Very interesting.
Food for thought.
And very much a be-free bee, you know, with Michael's be-free. It really, really fits in with it. So
Very in alignment. We should do Michael's face split next. And
yes,
see
do
about
Michael.
him.
Oh, here we
Also,
go.
Michael's got a book too.
Yes,
By Road.
been accepted into the National Library.
I love that.
And if you want a signed book, Book by Road, I think it would be great. I've heard him speaking about it. There it is.
Yeah, I've got a copy. I'm working my way through it.
Australia, Land of the Free.
When I say working my way through it, it's not difficult to read. It's just that I don't have all that much time to sit and read. But
How do you get into the National Library? That's pretty special.
I think John Stapleton had something to do with it. Did he just walk in there and say, here, put this book in your library? My understanding is that anyone who writes a book can ask a library to take it. So maybe someone just had the balls to go into the National Library and say, here, this is a book you should have on your shelves.
So it might be another one of those things where we have a perception that we're not allowed to do things. We can't do this. We can't ask that. Well, hang on, we can. You know, we just need to.
I did publish it.
You should have put in there. There you go. I didn't
There
do
you
it.
go. It's who you know. It's who you know.
Yeah. Good job, John.
Well done, John.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, Kay. Is that right?
We will back in 2 weeks' time because everybody, the 8th of March, Adelaide. I'm coming over, Susanna, to Adelaide on the
It's in my diary.
for the Activism Day, the Day of Activism.
What's that?
Jody,
And you'll be here for a while?
oh, just a couple of nights during the Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
So, Ahara, that'd be great for you to go to.
Yeah, funny. Well, I'm actually running an event doing live body demonstrations in Mullaney on the 8th. Is that when you're going to be in Adelaide?
Oh, yeah,
Same
that's
day?
in Adelaide on the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be in Queensland on the Sunshine Coast in Mullaney if anyone's in that area on the 8th.
Oh, right.
And I'm doing,
Okay.
an event, just live demos and book signings, and come along and find out what body type you might be.
Oh,
I'm going to be in Mullaney. I'm going to be in Mullaney on Saturday.
Are you? Oh, you're going to Noosa, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to Noosa, and we're going to go to Mullaney because there's a place there that we went to 20 years ago. It's a cafe. I forget what it's called. Poets Cafe, I think. Poets Cafe. Yeah, it's like got a glass sort of roof. It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit fancy. We remember it being a bit fancy anyway. We were there 20 years ago, so my son and I are going to go back and reminisce.
Mullaney's a very cool place.
I just love it.
Fringe
It's like-
dwellers in Mullaney.
It's beautiful, and the noise of the cicadas is my happy noise, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's a place.
Oh, that's great. Have a good time, Susanna, and I'll
Thank
see
you.
in 2 weeks' time.
Yes,
And
I'll see
Ahara,
you.
I may see you back at somewhere down this neck of the woods then.
Yes, I'd love to. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
great.
Thank you, ladies. Thanks,
Thanks
everyone.
for coming.
Thank
We're
you.
ready to go, Kelly. Thank you.
Au revoir.
Bye. I think she's asleep.
Are we
No.
still live? Maybe this is the second part of the show.
Special thanks to get.
Is this like the X-rated
Let's go. We're going.
Cause I gotta be another D. And I don't care what people say. I'll never be a human in the head. Cause I'm a real biological
Oh my God.
woman. A real
Are you
biological woman. Cause you know I'm not. I'm the original thought. I was born this way. It's in my DNA. I'm a real biological
woman.
Oh, this is the movie.
has an agenda. I hope it's a bender. Don't joke when you woke. Joke. My guilt is embedded in my jeans. Got flags in my bio to me. Trade flown from the river to the sea. No job, but I bleed at GDP.
Q plus, you bigot.
Cause I'm a real diabolical lefty. A real diabolical lefty. Ideology.
my God.
Hate me. I'll intimidate. I'll indoctrinate. I'm a real diabolical lefty. A real diabolical lefty. Check your bias at the door.
It's a straight library.
Identify as M, Z, and Z.
Oh, yeah,
Politicians
totally.
gonna be WB. Obese is body positivity. I'm a cancel culture, virtue sigma vulture. You can only be my mate if you can menstruate. I'm so far left that you look far right. If you're pale, stale, and male, get out of my sight. Got 2 dads in every TV ad. No one wants
Pale,
to
stale,
as a
male.
contraband. Welcome to country, it's not your land. It's your wife's boyfriend.
Oh my God.
All this privilege is getting on the chain. While common sense is going down the drain. Doing hard time for my hate speech. reach.
Oh, the Pauline
Take
Hanson
your
movie.
opinions and beliefs. Cause I'm a real pathological, so fake. Real pathological, so fake. Try to run the world, but we don't multiply. So stand aside, cause we're the DEI. I'm a real pathological, so fake. Trigger alert, trigger alert, trigger alert. A real biological woman, a real diabolical lefty. A real pathological, so fake. A real biological woman.
Wow. That's cool.
Oh, amazing.
I love it.